Good morning, and I'm Mary, and here on YouTube I delve into true crime. I may not be the biggest channel out here in YouTube land, but I still have a voice and I will use it in support of victims out there across our country, because I do feel maybe that I can add something to the mix. As always, click like, click subscribe, and the notification bell to your corner so you can receive future videos coming from me. And I invite you to look at any number of my videos that I have produced in over 2 months now, where I choose true crime as my focus. You may ask, why true crime? Because I choose to speak up for the victims. I choose to hopefully spotlight the justice or injustices that I have seen coming on a case-by-case basis. So that's the focus of my videos, and it will always be true crime with me. But before I get into the gist of my video today, I want to read you a quote by Edmund Burke, where he stated, and I quote, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." And in that, I would include women. There are numerous police officers, law enforcement agencies, FBI, and prosecutors who suit up every single day to bring justice for the victims. And they want to triumph over true evil. And they are heroes in my book. And at times, you have people who use the power of celebrity to help in this conversation, in helping to bring justice for the victims. And the people that I think should be called heroes are Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore. You may ask why, but they have helped bring and save 6,000 children from human trafficking. That's not the definition of a hero. I don't know what else is. Through their organization, and I'm reading from the article itself, it's called the Digital Defenders of Children, of which Kutcher and his ex-wife, Demi Moore, a co-founder, has taken a huge leap in helping victims of human trafficking. The organization's efforts have been so effective that with their help, law enforcement has been able to identify 5,894 child sex trafficking victims. Yeah, that is what power they are bringing to bear on behalf of children. Through the organization Stop Sextortion campaign, the organization has been able to educate 3.5 million teens and has also encouraged more than 140,000 individuals who have been looking for material on child sex abuse. Yes, as I have stated in a past video my opposition to Megan's Law, where we are responsible in our community to keep an eye on child sex offenders. I do believe, first of all, that is an abdication of the judicial system. But I also stated how our neighborhoods have grown far wider than our local neighborhoods. And it's through these organizations that are helping to identify who needs help out there and to give warning to the many teens who are online right now chatting with a person who they don't even know and giving personal information to, or even worse, meeting up with them. That's what our children are going through today, and we must all be focused in on that if we are to save these children. What I commend Kutcher for doing is that he spoke for 15 minutes in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee on this very problem. I don't know how effective it was, but a note to all politicians: he must be heard. Any victim out there must be heard. Anyone speaking up on behalf of victims of child sexual predators must be heard. Kutcher said, "What we do at our core is we build technology to help fight sexual exploitation of children." That is, to me, is the best part of the internet. Using the tools of the internet to fight this very crime. Yeah, that's where I believe the internet is at its best. He went on to explain, you can roll up your sleeves and go try to be like a hero and go save one person. Or you can build a tool that allows one person to save a lot of people. No truer words have ever been stated. Because now, through his program, through Demi's program and campaign, we do have the tools to stop these predators, along with law enforcement. So I commend them both in being the true heroes for our children. There are too many children out there who have been captured by these human trafficking rings and are being peddled off to buyers. And I won't even go into detail of how they terrorize these children and take their innocence from them on a daily basis. Your child could easily be snapped up in a second by one of these online predators. I want that to be a fair warning to every single parent out there. I want you to be involved in what your teenager is doing online. And that is what Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher are all about. Helping you as a parent know where your children are going. Know who they are talking to online. And that's your responsibility as a parent. You know, I really hope that many more programs like theirs expand across our country. You know, because children are being murdered, and in this case, being scarred for life. And we, as a civilized society, have to say no. We must be listening to our law enforcement agencies who are telling us repeatedly, know everything about what your child is up to. Not only outside, but online. I know I'm repeating myself a little bit, but I can't stress enough for you how important this is. You know, we hear about children going missing every single day. And I have to wonder if any of them are now in the hands of these monsters. I would think so. Because our children are that easy to be snatched up. Many parents have to work, and oftentimes a teenager is left at home to their own devices after doing homework. They may get bored. Nobody's out there that they can meet up with to have fun with outdoors. So they go online and oftentimes fall prey. And this is what I want to help spotlight through my video and other videos dealing with sexual predators. I don't believe they should be living in our civilized society, in our law-abiding society. They need to be locked up and hopefully identified through programs and campaigns like the one coming from Ashton and Demi. That's the true power of the internet. And it's the best part that I can foresee when you hear case by case by case of children being raped, being trafficked, and also being murdered. You know, we scream out, how? And why? Because there are sick people out there who want to grab hold of your child. It's in their DNA. It's who they are truly about. And we must end their reign of terror on our children. I don't know if this video will come across to Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher, but I really want to say thank you on behalf of the victims for being their voice and their action out there as you do the hard work in identifying the predators and saving so many children from a miserable future, or one where they will die when the predator has no more use of that child. You know, these types of crimes get to me. Ones that deal with children. Our children deserve much more than being found as a victim. They deserve to be loved, to be cuddled, to grow into an adulthood where they can then raise their children in the same way. But oftentimes, those children who are victims of crimes like this have really no future. there are some cases where they do, and it's through a lot of work, through therapy, that they do. And I commend them for surviving and telling their story over and over and over again to anyone willing to listen. Children are in need of all of our help, and it's up to us to be aware that this is going on. So with that, Ashton and Demi, you're heroes in my book, and I thank you. And I thank all of you who are choosing to listen to my video today. And as always, stay safe out there and keep your children safe, more importantly. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.